Alright, well, pardon the terrible looking view there, but we're getting things rocking and rolling here, and we'll see what we can figure out as we get this day going. I do believe we're broadcasting at this time. According to OBS, we're streaming. Whether or not good old YouTube is liking that or not, I do not know. But here we see that beautiful Beach 18 out there. Oh, Lord, come on. I think today that we're going to fly over to maybe Midway. Yeah, today'd be a good day to fly to Midway. Let's just do that. We'll just put it in for right now and just kind of do our thing as we go forth. See if I can figure out. Pull up my sectional so I can see what the what is. And it's still showing that stupid, sorry, that rather unintelligent graphic of mine that keeps moving. I don't understand why OBS does that. It does it. But it is what it is. I can't change it. We will see exactly. Wow. That just got everything rolling here. Don't understand why it is not working here. Who knows? Only the shadow knows, right? That's the statement is. Try that. Hey, looky, there we are. Now we've got some data for our tracker. Go ahead and hop into the old cockpit. Oh, well, how about we hop into the cockpit? We're getting our things going here and try to look like I know what the heck I'm doing. We're going to start on our rear tanks. So that way, rear tanks. That way we are not, in fact, draining everything. We're turn on the battery, turn on the generators. We're going to go turn on both right magnetos and left magnetos, both magnetos. Let's bring up avionics power. Our panels, we're going to start Sound of Life. And of course, I no more hit stream and the phone rings, but I'm not going to answer it. I guess they'll call me and let me know if it's an emergency. Checking our props and our mixtures here. We're going to go ahead and put this mixture all the way up. Full rich. Disconnect the two, or unslave the two. We're going to bring about an inch of that up. We'll leave our props back all the way. And we're going to check over here. Doesn't look like there's anybody outside or in or around the area. So we should be good to throw some power to the prop. Select engine number 2, hit that starter, and up she comes. Right off. Give it a little bit of love here, up to a 20 on the manifold pressure. Give it a minute or two and see how it does. Things kind of happen over here. Fuel pressure looks good, oil pressure looks good. Take a minute or two for that oil temp to start coming up. Let's go ahead and turn on our transponder. As soon as it comes up, we will go via FAR mode, which is Got in, VFR, altitude reporting. We're looking good there. We're going to check our compass to our HSI, and we're, yeah, slightly over 4, slightly over 40. Yep, we're good there. Okay. Go ahead and give it a little love on this bring some fuel to the right engine. All manifold pressure. And some pitch on that right prop. Bring the RPM up. Just to see what's going to happen here. We right now have our cows, I do believe, open. Check that. They are. Let's go ahead and close them up. Let the engine come up to temperature. Cylinder temperature is looking pretty decent here. We're about 350, 360. We're going to go ahead and bring this back down to idle. And now we're going to get ready for our left-hand motor, number 1. We're once again going to bring that up to about an inch. Pull the prop back on our, come on. And we're going to take a look at here. Nobody's out here. Go to our left motor, hit starter. I don't know why, but it does tend to make us do that one. Hit it twice. Bring our left motor here and let it start to come up for a second. For some reason we killed our right motor. I think because we potentially dropped too much fuel out of it. Well, fine. Showing what kind of a genius I am at this, aren't I? Well, darn it if I ain't having a heck of a time with this. I'm not sure what's going on here. Let me try firing this all up at one time together, because I have never had difficulties like this with this aircraft. Now we've got them both running. Yeah. Some aeronautical genius I am, right? Let those run for a second and bring things around. Pretty sure we said VFR, which should be 1200. Altitude mode. Yep, I think we're good now. Well, here we are in Kalamazoo, Michigan. It is a lovely place to be, for sure. Let's go ahead and just check the ATIS and see what we should be hearing.
Kalamazoo Airport Information Yankee, 1700 Zulu. Wind 006 at 10. Visibility 10. Sky condition, ceiling 4,900 feet broken. Temperature 1 tree. Dew point tree. Altimeter tree 021. ILS runway tree 5 in use. Landing and departing runway tree 5.
Alright, so we're taking the 3-5s. So get our heading bug set on 3-5 there. Let's take a look and see what that looks like from our location. 3-5 is going to be this guy right here. As you can tell, my mouse wheel's a little twitchy, so we're probably going to take the taxiway right there to our right, this one. Run it until we cross 9, and we'll see what we get. Alright. Release that parking brake. Let's go ahead and bring it around. I should be calling for ground, but I'm in the beta, so there's not going to be hardly anybody around. I saw one earlier. There's a couple. Yeah, we'll see. But since we're, you know, not really doing much here, but just kind of enjoying today. Let's see what we get. We're rolling down this the tarmac here. Gonna go make our way out to runway 35. We're gonna depart and we're gonna head to the southwest. So it should be interesting. Especially once we get around Midway, that should be real good to go. Let's while we're getting ready, we're gonna get some takeoff trim in here. Throw a set of a notch of flaps, crossing runway 9. See those players over there, hanging out there at the GA ramps. Let's see what we get here as we're rolling down. Right now our trim is set. We have takeoff trim set. We're gonna see if we can't boop boop right there. We are gonna pop this over to nav mode. Right back into the pilot seat. Oh, stay on the runway, Willis. Come on, Cletus. See how things are looking as we go rolling. Looks like the weather's pretty decent in Michigan right now. Get down here and we'll look for a nice takeoff and see what we come up with. Like I said, we are going to head for Midway. We're going to take off out of here and we're going to head the Keeler VOR, which is actually on 116.3. Or no, I'm sorry, 116.6. So let's get that 116. Sucker likes to roll fast. Okay, so we're going to be on the Keeler, which is ELX. 116.6. Verified right here. Once we get in the air, the CDI will come alive. Tell us where we are. We're probably going to pick up like on the course out of there that we're going to want. I think is going to be close to like we come out of there, we could head for Chicago Heights. Okay, let's do this. Let me pull this over here so we can show everybody. So we're gonna go KAZO, right? So that's where we're gonna start at. We're gonna go KMDW, oh, Midway. Alright, but we're going to go ELX. From there, we're going to go down to South Bend, which is the Gippert. Oh, darn it. Put it in after everything. The Gippert. What is Chicago Heights? It was right down here. Chicago Heights is CGT. CGT. And from there, KMDY to Midway. What? Oh, MDW. I'll be alright, really. I just typed it in. So this is going to be our route. As you can see here, we'll close this up. We're going to come around and pick up the 264 to Keeler. Then it's going to be a 201 down to South Bend. From there over on a 255 to Chicago Heights. then up to a 322 to Chicago Midway. So that's kind of what we're going to be rolling with. That being said, we are at the end here of runway 35, and we'll go get ready to roll out here. Flaps are set for takeoff. Let's bring our props up. Okay. Kalamazoo traffic. Beach 3200 Sierra Mike, departing runway 35 VFR to the southwest. It's more west than southwest, but anyways, Kalamazoo traffic. Kalamazoo technically is a powered airport, but considering there's nobody around, I'm not flying on any network. I'm just kind of having fun. All right, so here we are out in the middle of the runway. We're going to look down. We're going to lock our tail wheel, so that way hopefully the castern tail wheel is straight-ish. Yeah, straight-ish. We're going to give a little back pressure on the yoke. We're going to bring it up to 25 on that. We're going to let the RPMs come up. Into the green range. Once we do that, we're going to go ahead and advance our throttles to 32 right there. And we're going to release the brakes. Won't take long for the nose to come up, I don't think. We're at 40 knots, airspeed's alive. It says, hey, your tail's flying, but you're not fast enough. So it doesn't take long. And the trim will take us right up as we go. We've got positive rate here coming up. Pick up a little bit of speed coming down there. I like to kind of zoom off to 140 knots. It's okay. It's my thing. I'll do what I want to do. We're up about 400. Looks like the VOR just came alive. So, of course, what did we say that was going to be? It's going to be a 264. We're going to get that in place, or roughly. Make the turn here now for crosswind. And we're going to set on looking down for that course. Alright, as you can see, our heading indicators in the 3 o'clock position. That will get us straight 90 degrees to the runway, which we are. Kalamazoo traffic, Beach 320 Sierra Mike, clear of runway 35, Kalamazoo traffic. Alright, so now we're going to turn again. We're going to bring that manifold pressure up to 30. I had reduced power for a minute there. We're going to then bring our RPMs down a little bit. At this point, we're just turning to where we're 45 degrees to the CDI. What I'm doing now is I'm just trying to capture the CDI right here. So we're going to put in nav mode. We're going to dial in an altitude. Let's say 25. Turn on that autopilot and see where it takes us. Right now it hasn't quite captured yet. The CDI looks like it's starting to come in, but we're going to hold off on its, turn the nav off for right now, till we get closer, which should just be a minute or so here. As you can see, our course deviation indicator needle is starting to come in. The aircraft is trying to turn its way that way. I don't want it to just yet. I want to line up on that CDI first. Fight me, it is. So we're 22 miles out from it. Okay, we can go ahead and turn that on now. Hopefully shortly here, it will straighten us out, because we are coming right up on it. And the reason I know that is because our CDI needle is starting to come in line with the rest of the aero. And the aircraft is rolling out on that, so looks pretty decent. We are holding altitude or slightly decreasing altitude. Let's see. Volanta was seeing all the bounces on and off the runway as he landed next to it. All right, so 26 miles. Ooh, we're 20 miles out now from Keeler. Fighting some wind, I can see. Our DME says we should be there in 17 minutes. See all that information right down here. We're 18.9 miles away on a 164 into Keeler. Oh no, I'm sorry. Duh, I'll be okay. We're on the 263 into Keeler at 163 knots, 7 minutes at, looks like 11.8 miles out right now. Oh, pardon my yawn. It's been that day. Getting rocked a little bit by the wind up here. But we're cruising along at about 165 knots. We can kind of get a... Oh, pardon me. We'll go into the flight plan here. See if I can't get this put in there. Probably won't have it put in by the time we get there. Well, it doesn't want to let me do that. Not sure why. I've never had that problem before. Let's see. Not exactly the easiest to do. I wish I had a different way to... Oh, enter it. Okay, let's try doing this. Bet. Because it doesn't see ELX. I'm gonna go. As a, it doesn't see it as a starting point. I can see it being an issue. Huh. Or it just could be this 530 is not want to work for me right now. Well, we can see we're not far off. Let's do this. Departure airport, KAZO. Lord Almighty. Okay, we're gonna go runway 35 and add an route. Add a waypoint. ELX. Healer. Add a waypoint. Next is gonna be SBN. SBN. Right? No, GIJ. Sorry, SBN is the airport. That's right, because it's Gipper. After that, it's CGT. Gipper. Add. After that, it's going to be CGT. Chicago Heights. And then our destination point is KMDW. There. Okay. Send. Avionics. Flight plan. Oh, that's awesome. It said nope. Well, that's okay. We'll watch it here on the EFB. Be alright. So, we are 1 mile to. That's it, likely like right up here. So we're going to go ahead and change our course to 201. Let's go to a 201. 201 course. It's going to go, are you serious? Oh, straight over it. Corner up, back around. We've already flown over the 201 radial. So we're going to turn left into where we want to be. It's kind of funny how 201 and 021 are reciprocating. It's captured it. It says, hey, you are now. Let's go ahead and bring up South Bend. South Bend is, where you at? There you are. Or Gipper, 115.4. 0.4. Nav. On a 201 going out of that, be fine by me. So we are now en route to South Bend. I wonder, we're going to be in that area. Anybody want to see Notre Dame Stadium? Maybe we can spot that. We might have to do a little adjustment to our route, but hey, why would we? We're zooming along here now in Michigan down towards Indiana. Won't take long. Pardon my yawn. It's a nice quiet day here at the household. Everybody's out doing their own stuff. son and his girlfriend are, I believe, at the mall. The wife is with her sister. And I'm hanging out here, which is alright by me. I like a nice VFR day. Now our last flight, I believe, and I think for right now I'm just gonna come back to YouTube and do things here for a while. I always did do YouTube streams and enjoyed them and liked flying about. Really getting some wind here. I'm not sure, should be expecting some weather, but we're going to skirt the bottom part of Lake Michigan after we make the right-hand turn out of North Bend. Really kind of getting a little, let's turn a pitot heat on, that might be a good idea. Get that altitude hold set there. Seems like we're blowing around a little on that too. Looking right now at the, let's see, layers. Doesn't show anything here in southern Michigan, northern Indiana, northeastern Illinois. I'm not seeing anything, but you never know. Let's take a look. Not really seeing anything at all. I mean, there's weather out to the west. Looks like a fairly decent storm out around Tulsa, but nothing in the immediate area. And actually, most of the wind reports aren't bad. I don't know. We'll see. Just flying along, getting a little battered. We're 10 miles from South Bend. Which means we're just now coming out into this is South Bend here. Now if I go to Chicago, there should be coming up here on my left-hand side, Jerry Tyler Memorial. I think that's it. Right there. This right here, I think, is that Jerry Tyler Memorial. And then due south a bit, pretty much, is where the stadium is. I'm going to fly almost dang near over South Bend Airport to do that. There's that airport right there. Good Lord almighty. Getting a little rock and rolling going on here. Bring it back to the dash and just keep rolling along. Today's total flight time at 165 knots should be right around, let's say 45 minutes. Total distance is going to be 127.1 miles. Alright, 3.2 miles. There's South Bend, right here off of our 1 o'clock. Right? So, coming into a little bit of well, heck with it. Let's take a quick moment here and let's fly over this way. Let's see if we can find the stadium. It should be pretty much east of the airport here. Go overfly the Fighting Irish Stadium. I would think it would be somewhat noticeable, but we'll try. Probably going to be about right there. So. I've done this before. I did this before at Ann Arbor, and it did not pan out the way I was hoping to. I found some stadiums, but not the one not Michigan's actual football stadium, I don't think. But if it looks like pretty much if we go due east off of the runway here that's right above the dash, we should find it just a few miles out the other side of the city. And if so, then we can just pull a quick UE and get back on where we need to be on that 255 coming out of Gipper. Let's go ahead and make the roll now to the 90 degree. We are at 4. It's going to take us over to 310. Like a 310. Alright. We're going to pull the speed back a little bit because I am going to put in a nose down attitude here. See if we can find it. Yeah, we want to kind of do that a little bit more. I always like doing this when you're in a college town or a town where there's a professional sports team. Try and just kind of see how the sim displays things. Okay, it said, hey. It displayed and said, hey, stupid, pulling too much power out of me. I would say that that's it right yonder. The University of Notre Dame, ladies and gentlemen. We'll try and bring it out here. See if we go. I give you the home of the Fighting Irish. Right yonder. Let's see. Yep, it's got the crosshatch. Yep, it does. Let's just, for giggles, see if we can get a better shot of that. Kind of a Fighting Irish fan. My brother and I always were. Say probably more my brother, but my sister gives me all kinds of hassle about it because the only reason she feels that I like the Fighting Irish is because our older brother was a fan. And I will say that it's probably got some context there that's probably true. Slow things down a little bit. I gotta keep that manifold pressure at a minimum. There's the marker for South Bend. Entire Notre Dame sports complexes. Yep, right there you see it. The old ND right there. Outstanding. And there you hear the stall horn. Hey dummy, let's get back in the cabin and do our job. Alright, let's get back on profile here, bring our speed back up. We're gonna set that back at 32 on the manifold pressure if I can get it to settle in. Bring the RPMs back a little bit. We're going to set that course to 255. Yeah, 255 out of South Bend. Take a second to intercept it. It's going to want to take us north of the airport here. That's okay. We could probably just fly straight across it. As a matter of fact, let's just do that. Let's really upset everybody. Let's see. South Bend traffic. Cessna 3200 Sierra Mike. Doing a little S curves over the runway, overflying the airport at just at about 3,800 feet. Eastbound, departing the area. I'm sorry, westbound, departing the area. I know my directions. It's kind of like your gazentas. Do you know your gazentas? I know what 2 gazentas. Certain people in my life would understand that one. Man, we're trying to climb like a homesick angel. It's I don't want to throw on. Let's tell you what. Let's bring our heading to where we are right now. 270 would probably do us pretty decent. 272, 270. Till we catch that. Till we catch that 255 course there, coming off Gipper. We're gonna head on down to Chicago Heights. After that, we're gonna make a northwestern turn up to Midway and get in touch with them there. Now, probably at some point here, pull into the game's ATC, which some people like it, some people don't. I have mixed reviews on it as well. Sometimes I think it's jank. Like, I don't think that I should have to sit here and search the nearest airport list, because I've already told them that we're landing at Midway, as you can see up here, well, above where my cursor is. But, you know, because it's in my electronic flight bag, it says, hey, you're going in there, you're going to Midway, which, I don't know, we should probably take a look at Midway. KMDW, check our flight bag, see what, we haven't missed it yet. We're going to go ahead and put it in nav mode, let it find that radial on the 255 from, yeah, actually, no, we don't want to do that. We want to go to the, it's searching for that radial now. I put us at a 45 until that CDI comes down, of course, deviation indicator. So yeah, we're all right. Our weather at Midway, we are currently in VFR conditions. Winds are 15 knots from 030. All right, so that means that the airport, let's just take a look at this. This is the airport facility chart. My son's texting me. He's at the mall with his girlfriend, and he found a expansion pack to our Harry Potter board game that his grandmother got us a while back, or got him, I guess I should say, as a gift. Anyways, so winds 03, so that means we're going to be landing on 4s. So probably going to be 04. I'm thinking right. We're in the flow there. Looks like we're starting to see some other multiplayers out here. Just kind of interesting. Yeah, we are. We are seeing some folks, and there's going to be a lot of stuff here because folks are coming into O'Hare and Midway both. looks like we have captured the radial coming out of Gipper on the 255. I did kind of get it there now. It's going to really turn us. Looks like we're coming over Hudson Lake where IN6 is right down here. There's let's see if I can, I don't know if it'll show it or not. No, doesn't look like it will. No. You know, I don't know if there's a way to turn those on or not in the 530, but there's a IN6 is right here. Wonder if it'll let me do a direct. I don't know. Didn't want to accept any kind of real inputs before. Yeah, I'd say they broke the 530. Well, poop-tastic. I am in the beta, so they've been making a lot of changes here recently. We'll see what it says, but see if it lets us have a bit of life here. Let's go ahead and figure out. We're coming out on 15 miles from Gipper. Chicago Heights is going to tune in on 114.2. When it don't see it yet, so we'll what we're going to do is we're going to go to nav2. We're going to put it on 114.2, and then we're going to make it, you know, a goofy radial. Yeah, we don't want it to be real close. We want it to be off, so that way when it comes into contact with it, in the nav2 radio that you see right there, 114.2, which is Chicago Heights, when it starts picking it up, this is going to jump way to the left. Truth of the matter is we want to come out of it on a 332. So let's get that over here. 332. About right there. And there, just picked it up. You see? So now we can go over to nav 1. And we can pop that on over. And we're going to get a range of 39.4 miles to Chicago Heights. Coming into a little bit of cloud base here. I'm hoping that it'll clear up the closer we get to Chicago. We'll have to see what transpires. Oh, pardon my yawn. Quite a bit of stuff. starting to really get thicker into these clouds now. Not sure what exactly we are rolling into, because when I looked at the weather, it didn't really show much in this area. Go ahead and look at that again. Yeah, I'm not seeing too much in the way of clouds here. Satellite doesn't show anything, and the infrared doesn't show anything. So I'm not sure why. Just for giggles, let's take a look. We should be on live. Yep. This is kind of killing me. I don't know why that is. I'm thinking that that's because of the beta, but I've turned it on several times before, and it just didn't quite want to do what it's wanting to do. My flight path looks a little erratic because I don't have my Volanta, because it doesn't have the entire route. Let's see if I can edit route. There we go. Add a flight plan. Intertext route. ELX. GIJ. CGT. Save. What in the world? What did I type? Edit route. Give it back to me. Add a flight plan. Intertext route. GIJ CGT. No, do not enter flight. Save route. Chinguetti Airport, it thinks is the. Yeah, no. I don't know why it's saying CGT instead of Chicago Heights. Let me verify that I got that in there right. I do believe it is Chicago Heights, CGT 114.2. Yep. And it's got it right there. Huh. My Volanta thinks that I'm going to. What did I say it was? Winjetti? Yeah, it doesn't have a clue. And while I'm doing this, I haven't been paying attention. We got way off our course by a few miles. We're down there heading for Valparaiso, which when we should do is be heading for, over by Gary, Indiana, that area. So take a second to get us back on course. Such a knowledgeable pilot here you guys have today. Which means a little more time in the suit. Seeing those aircraft up there, we see more players, so I'm not sure exactly why, but we'll see. Now today they're doing a big cross the pond event, I do believe. That's taking place. Looks like there's quite a few people there. What's going to be midway? We're going to be coming right up at it. But matter of fact, we're pointed pretty much directly at them right now. Well, poop-tastic. Let's see if we can. I don't think we're anywhere in realm here, but chart. Oh, excuse me. Let's go here. Nope. Here's the ground chart. Okay, where is Midway Tower? 135.2. We'll go ahead and tune to that now. 135.2. We're coming closer to that radial now. Turn this up here shortly. Funny part is we're going to turn left. We're going to go to Chicago Heights, then we're going to turn right again to go right back. It's pretty much the same heading, but that's okay. That's what we're supposed to do. We are 19.8 miles from Chicago Heights and closing rapidly. Leave this off for a while. Man. Arthritis is kicking it today. Just not loving the feeling of this.
Midway Tower, exit 47
There we
tree
go.
for 4 miles east, inbound ILS runway 4 right approach.
The thing about it is I can
Exit
hear
47 tree, Midway Tower. Altimeter tree 0, tree 1. Cleared ILS runway for right approach.
Yeah, so they're using 4 right. Works further from me.
Cleared ILS runway 4 right approach, exit 47 tree.
Until I get close enough, it's not going to give me any kind of real opportunity to. Yep. Okay, so we're coming up on Chicago Heights. That'll be all right. We'll definitely get closer in here. Somehow that just changed my. Gary, Chicago, Cook County, should be kind of close. Orthodontic strip. I'll bet that guy's a butler. Well, we're definitely getting a lot of I don't know about this crazy weather. 13 miles to Columbus Heights here. When we get to Columbus Heights, we're going to go 332. So we're going to head put our heading at 332. See if I can find our Lansing? You're picking up Lansing? But you want this. Good lord. This is where it's a little frustrating in their thing, because I know it's 135.2 because we've already tuned it in once. Yeah, it just is not quite what I want. This should actually be reading as Midway Tower. But we'll see what exactly transpires. Yeah, visibility's getting a little raunchy here. I'm not sure how well they're going to like me coming in on VFR. I see Chicago Heights right here on our GPS. We're going to need to pop up like this way to pick up Midway. I got one right here straight ahead of us. Got a second one. We're coming up on... What are we coming up on here? Let me turn off that. Okay. I wanted... Not at all what I wanted. Lansing. Coming up on Lansing. Right here. All right, we're 4.3 miles, 4.2. That's Lansing right there. Go ahead and make our heading turn shortly. Probably just the other side of Lansing. Actually, it looks like the clouds are kind of raising up here, so we may not have such a problem. 2 miles, then 2 miles. Let's go ahead and make that heading turn. Out of there on 332. Let's get our course set right. Go right back to course. 332. Nav. There we go. And it's going to take it over there, and then we're going to start looking for that, for Midway on our radio list. Way we get cleared for landing. Ah, dummy, it's right there.
Midway Tower, 3W November Tree, 20 Sierra Mike is 18 miles southeast, 2,600 feet, with India to land.
3W November Tree 20 Sierra Mike, Midway Tower. Altimeter tree 0 tree. Enter left base runway 4 right.
Fly left base runway 4 right, 3W November Tree 20 Sierra Mike.
Well, here we go. Alright, so we are at 18 miles. This is going to be our airport right up here. It's hard to tell, but it's up here. This here is, I believe, an F-16 zooming around. Stinger 1961, having fun in an F-16. Looks like he thinks he's got 0 altitude climb restriction. Not that I'm saying anything bad, but some of the young folks in here that come in on Xboxes make it real difficult to actually simulate flying in a live environment, which is kind of what I like to do. But what are you gonna do? Those guys are over there here, which is way up on the other side of mine. I'm gonna turn left. Oh, pardon me. And our altitude here needs to come down as well, I think about 1,000 feet. But we're climbing. Yeah, we need to get down to about 1,600. So I'm going to pull some of the throttle out, so that way we don't start speeding way up. Pull out some of the prop here. We're going to follow this a little bit. I got another guy that's ahead of me that's, looks like he's landing. Might be that X-Jet that we heard talking earlier. Oh, got the gaps this morning. Or this afternoon. It is afternoon. Yeah, let's go on. We're gonna follow the water right here until we get up to about that pond looking thing right there, and then we're gonna make a right-hand turn and fall in behind whoever's up ahead of me. They look like they're on network as opposed to me. Heading bug in right here. Let's go nav mode. Let's bring our altitude. No, sorry, heading mode. Altitude down. Where are you going? Hello? Okay, so you thought I was really meant altitude. Let's turn that back on. There we go. Altitude's going to come down to about 1,600. And we're going to vertical speed about 700 feet per minute. Start dropping the bottom out of this thing. It'll pick up a little bit of speed, but we'll be able to shave that off when we make the right-hand turn coming up. We need to get all good and lined up for that floor right, which will be fairly decent if we make that turn. It's going to be an 047.
Midway Tower, southwest 1699er, 16 miles southwest, inbound ILS runway 4 right approach.
Southwest 1699er, Midway Tower. Altimeter tree 0, tree 2, cleared ILS runway 4 right approach.
Cleared ILS runway 4 right approach, southwest 1699er.
I see him there. He's off my left. Says he's 16 miles out, so we should be fine. We're gonna go ahead and take off that autopilot. We're gonna go ahead and wait just a moment or two here until we get a little further out. And we're gonna make that right-hand turn to... They asked for a left base, but I'd have to go clear around to join the left base. So we're just gonna come out here and kind of zoom it around in. We'll start doing this and hold on to stuff for right now. Go ahead and drop our gear in here. Throw a little bit more power to it, as that drag is going to bring us around. And we're going to go ahead and start turning in on profile to the airport, which is just ahead of us here on the right. Give a notch of flaps. I'm clocking a runway now. Fairly certain. I think I've overshot my... I think I've overshot it, but I did. What I'm seeing is 4 left here. I want 4 right there, so we're gonna, number 1, not fall off. Right now we have wheels down. Soon we should get a call from ATC giving us the permission to land on runway 4 right. We're definitely coming in good here. As we head into the south side of Chicago Midway, we should do a quick check on everything. Our mixture's up, props are, bring them up a little bit, not much, but we are. There's outer marker. Starting to see the transponders on my screen here kicking on.
3W November tree 20 Sierra Mike. Wind 0 tree 4 at 15. Cleared to land runway 4 right.
Cleared to land runway 4 right. 3W November tree 20 Sierra Mike.
Do-do-do-do-do. Can't do it, cat. It has a power. .30 degrees of flap inner now. We're gonna hold off a little bit because I'm showing that we're under profile. It'll come out fast. Just good. Hold it there. I really want to climb, but I want to hold there. I don't want to ditch all my speed. I got one white. Again, that wind is problematic. Alright, I think we're good now. We're on profile, as you can see up there on the runway. I believe that's two white, two red right here. Sure looks like it to me. So we're going to aim for the... Oh, we're getting too high now. Go ahead and take a little altitude out of it. We're going to head for that runway, hit the touchdown spot. Drop the bottom out a little bit. See when we get back on profile. Boy, Ethan would be upset if he was here. Realize he's missing the train yard here in Chicago. Alright, we're back on profile now. We're good. Start pulling up a little bit because we're low. Right now at this point we're chasing the glide slope and it's not helping that I can't hardly keep my eyes open. But we're gonna take it nice and slow. We're gonna get it over here. We're gonna put it on the deck. It's a challenge for me right now. A little on the tired side of life today. Can't even hardly keep my eyes open. Whoa, 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 whoa. Manifold pressure, a little bit of prop. Here we go. We're getting there. I almost stalled us out. Like I said, it's a difficult one for me. See what kind of a landing rate we get as we come down here. See if we can drop a little more speed on our way down. A couple of frame hits there a little bit, but it's alright, we made our way through it. There's our touchdown marks. Stalling the tail out, that's okay.
3W November Tree 20 Sierra Mike, turn next taxiway.
Next taxiway, yes ma'am.
W November Tree 20 Sierra Mike. Contact ground on 118.075.
Yeah, sure.
118.075. 3W November Tree 20 Sierra
Well,
Mike.
we're on the ground here midway. That's a good thing. Got a little sketch. The only thing heavier in the airplane was my eyes. I'm glad that most real airplane pilots don't have the same kind of issues I do with sleepiness, because that would suck. We're going to go back to that gate right over there. Quite a few aircraft here at Chicago Midway today. Could be part of the cross the pond, I don't know, but it's alright. We're having a good time. Brought it in safe and sound. All the passengers that got on the plane are going to get off. You know what? It's going to be okay. And here we is. We've made it safe and sound. Go ahead and pull our mixture back. Whoa, I thought I had the parking brake on. Alright, let's see what my actual landing rate was. Not bad. 125 feet per minute at 125 feet per minute at 55 knots, 1.04 Gs. So I'll take it. That was almost ugly. Anyways, hey, appreciate you flying in with us today. Hope you've enjoyed. If you've seen anything on the stream today, hopefully I didn't like fall asleep on you. But it is another flight with A320.